Bill O'Reilly here. It is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, and here's what's happening across our nation. An American who joined the Taliban years before the 9/11 terror attack is set for an early release from prison. Former Attorney General Loretta Lynch claiming James Comey lied during his congressional testimony. Congresswoman Omar hosts the first ever Ramadan feast inside the U.S. Capitol. And commencement speakers talk to millions of college graduates across the U.S.A. Also coming up, my message of the day: liberal politics injected into sports. But first, to the war on terror. John Walker Lynn, better known as the American Taliban, set to leave prison this week. Lynn was captured in Afghanistan in the fall of 2001, shortly after the 9/11 terror attack. The young man converted from Catholicism to Islam at the age of 16 before moving to Pakistan to wage holy war against the U.S.A. He has served 17 years of his 20-year sentence. Authorities say he is still, quote, radicalized. John Walker Lynn out of prison. Newly released transcripts show former Attorney General Loretta Lynch told Congressional leaders she never instructed James Comey to downplay Hillary Clinton's email investigation. As you may remember, Comey previously told lawmakers on Capitol Hill that the top Obama aide demanded he refer to Clinton's probe as a, quote, matter rather than a, quote, investigation. Obviously, someone is not telling the truth. Controversial Congresswoman Omar back in the news, hosting a Ramadan feast inside the U.S. Capitol for the first time in American history. The progressive lawmaker invited 100 guests to the meal Monday evening, including Gold Star father Khizr Khan, who famously mocked President Trump at the 2016 Democratic National Convention. It is graduation time for millions of American students across the U.S.A. The list of commencement speakers at colleges is extensive. Headliners include Vice President Pence, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Oprah Winfrey, and Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Coming up, the message of the day: liberal politics injected into sports. But first, a young lady was looking to buy her first home in Texas. The market at her price point is very hot, so she went to realestateagentsitrust.com for help. To ensure her offer was accepted, her agent suggested the following steps. 1. Get pre-qualified with a mortgage company that her agent had a history using to satisfy the seller's agent. 2. Find a home that was priced to sell so they knew the owner was ready to move. 3. Find a home well located and priced correctly so it could be leased if an emergency occurred. 4. Anticipating multiple offers, offer more than asking, but still less than what the house would be appraised for. And 5. Offer to help with some of the closing costs. The house the lady wanted had 10 offers in 3 days, but she got the house because she had an agent who knew how to get the job done. That's why I love realestateagentsitrust.com. No pinheads, just great agents. Get moving with realestateagentsitrust.com. That's realestateagentsitrust.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day: injecting politics into sports. ESPN has lost an astounding 14 million viewers in the past 7 years. 14 million. Now, some of those lost just dropped cable altogether for financial reasons. But many walked away from the far-left commentators who were masquerading as sports analysts on ESPN. The Colin Kaepernick story fueled this. The then San Francisco 49er quarterback kneeling during the national anthem, citing lack of social justice in America. As you may know, other players followed, most of them African American. President Trump criticized the players. ESPN primarily backed the protest, even though Mr. Kaepernick was seen wearing socks depicting police officers as pigs. Well, some Americans said no more ESPN, and the ratings plummeted. Now, ESPN boss Jimmy Pitaro says no more politics on his network. The folks don't want it, and that is true. Sporting events should not be politicized. They are there to provide entertainment for everyone, not divide people. It doesn't matter whether it's liberal or conservative. It's sports, not ideology. The iconic magazine Sports Illustrated has fallen into that trap. It's now a left-wing bastion. NBC Sports recently hired reporter Peter King, an ardent liberal. Why? Isn't there enough politics on cable and the networks? Obviously, injecting politics into sports is bad business. It causes resentment. It takes away from the sporting events themselves. Give the folks a break. Now, I must tell you that as a former athlete and someone who understands the culture of both college and professional sports, I was surprised by how many sports writers are left-wingers. I once threw out the first ball at Citi Field before a Mets game. Well, some of those sports writers were livid. Why was O'Reilly out there throwing out the first ball? Well, because I'm a lifelong Met fan, and the team doesn't give a hoot about politics. And you shouldn't either. What's the matter with you? But across the country, if you read the newspapers and listen to some of the television and radio commentary, you'll see mostly left-wing politics. Again, I was very surprised by that. Summing up, ESPN has really taken it on the chin. The once dominant sports network has lost 14 million viewers, and more are going to flee. Disney, which owns ESPN, knows it's a disaster. So, no more politics on ESPN. Good. For more commentary, please go to BillO'Reilly.com. No sports, just facts, totally informative. I think you'll like it. BillO'Reilly.com. Right back with something you might not know. Bill O'Reilly here. We live in a very complicated world, so it's important that you protect yourself and the people you love. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a company I recommend, Wise Foods. Freeze-dried food is a modern-day miracle. Tastes good, is healthy, and most importantly, it stays good for up to 25 years. During Superstorm Sandy, I lost power for 7 days. All my refrigerated food went bad, but not my food supply from Wise. You can never really know what tomorrow may bring, but you can have a peace of mind knowing that you'll be ready with all you need. Please visit Wise Food Storage, one word, wisefoodstorage.com/Bill, and explore their starter kits and long-term emergency food options. They are even offering free shipping, plus a big discount, 25% off for my listeners. Please go to Wise Food Storage, one word, wisefoodstorage.com/Bill. That's me. wisefoodstorage.com/Bill, or you can call 855-269-0501. That's 855-269-0501. And now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. A new poll shows Americans are embracing socialism. According to Gallup, 43% now believe socialism could be a good thing for the country. That's a 72% increase from 1942, when the number was just 25%. Why has the number increased so dramatically? For younger people, it all goes back to the far-left domination of the American education system. According to a 2018 survey published by the National Association of Scholars, Democratic professors outnumber Republicans by a margin of more than 10-1. The study also says 78% of academic departments have 0 Republicans on staff. With colleges and universities skewed left, American students may not understand about the real history of socialism across the globe. More than 100 years after the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, we now have a very clear picture of the toll international communism and socialism has had on the world. Between the Soviet Union, Mao's China, other communist governments, an estimated 100 million people have been killed through famine, war, or mass executions. Over the past 2 decades, we've watched as Venezuela has been devastated by the socialist policies of Nicolas Maduro and his predecessor, Hugo Chavez. Some academics still ignore all the evidence. That's not real socialism, they say. They'll point to Nordic countries in Europe as examples of nations where socialism has succeeded. What they don't tell you is that while those nations have generous social welfare programs, their economies are capitalist. According to the Heritage Foundation's Index of Economic Freedom, Nordic nations rank among the highest in the world in terms of free markets, with Iceland ranking even higher than the U.S.A. A famous conservative writer once said, quote, "Socialism has a record of failure so blatant that only an intellectual could ignore it." Unfortunately, it appears America's intellectuals, or some of them, have convinced a number of Americans to ignore socialist failures. That is a very bad thing. Back in a moment. The economy may be growing, but America's trade war with China means there could be financial uncertainty on the horizon. Most experts agree that higher tariffs and trade barriers may lead to market volatility, endangering Americans' retirement savings. You can't let your guard down. You have to protect your family and your finances. That's why many Americans are turning to physical gold and silver to safeguard their retirement accounts and life savings. And a relatively new law allows you to own physical gold and silver as part of your IRA. To get you started, the Hartford Gold Group is giving a free silver coin to all of my radio listeners. If you are listening right now, you can get this free silver coin from the Hartford Gold Group. No purchase necessary. All you have to do is call 877-444-GOLD, G-O-L-D. That's 877-444-GOLD. Give them a call or text to claim your free silver gift for a limited time. 877-444-4653. Call or text today. And that is the O'Reilly Update. Again, please check out BillO'Reilly.com for more commentary. And please consider my book, Killing the SS, makes a great Father's Day gift.